Welcome to G-Fun Facts Online. Today, we're diving into the digital spaces where modern work actually happens. Forget the physical office for a moment. A new paradigm has emerged: the visual collaboration platform. These aren't just simple online whiteboards anymore. They are sophisticated ecosystems reshaping how we innovate, create, and work together, no matter where we are in the world. So, how did we get here? And where is this digital frontier heading? Let's find out. The idea of a digital office isn't new. Its roots go back to the 1960s with ARPANET, the Internet's ancestor, created by DARPA. Initially, businesses used this early intranet for things like internal newsletters. Then came the personal computer revolution in the 70s and 80s, thanks to companies like Apple and IBM. The Apple II, in particular, made computers more accessible, laying another crucial brick in the foundation of the digital workplace. The 90s brought us the World Wide Web, created by Tim Berners-Lee. Suddenly, businesses could have websites and use email, connecting the world like never before. The real game changer, however, arrived in the early 2000s: cloud computing. This eliminated the need for bulky physical servers and let us access scalable resources from anywhere. This era gave us tools like SharePoint for document management and Google Docs, which revolutionized real-time document editing. The term digital workplace was finally coined in 2012 by Paul Miller, describing it as the virtual equivalent of the physical office, encompassing every digital tool we use to get our jobs done. But within this digital landscape, a new type of tool was emerging, one that went beyond text and files. These were visual collaboration platforms. Early versions were basically digital whiteboards, trying to replicate brainstorming sessions online. But the true breakthrough was the infinite canvas. A pioneer here was Lucidchart, launched in 2010. They saw the limits of tools like Microsoft Visio, which couldn't collaborate in real time. Lucidchart introduced a fluid, limitless canvas where teams could interact seamlessly. This was a huge leap from the static, slide-by-slide world of PowerPoint. Platforms like Miro and Mural took this concept even further, creating rich, interactive digital workspaces. They offer virtual sticky notes, diagramming tools, and templates for almost any business process, all on a massive canvas where hundreds can work at once. The goal? To be the single source of truth for a project, a place to ideate, plan, and execute, all in one spot. While these platforms were gaining traction, the COVID-19 pandemic hit the fast-forward button. The sudden, massive shift to remote work forced companies to adopt digital tools overnight, cramming years of digital transformation into just a few months. What were once nice-to-haves became absolutely essential for survival. The pandemic changed how we think about work, shifting focus from people in seats to actual results. But this highlighted the flaws in our old methods. Email inboxes exploded. Zoom fatigue became a real phenomenon as we all struggled to stay engaged in back-to-back video calls. Visual collaboration platforms offered a lifeline. They provided a shared visual space that bridged the communication gaps of remote work. Brainstorming, mapping out processes, and tracking progress became more intuitive and inclusive. As a result, the use of these tools skyrocketed. The market for visual collaboration software was valued at $9.1 billion in 2022 and is projected to grow at a staggering rate, with some forecasts predicting it will reach over $183 billion by 2037. That's a clear sign of how vital these platforms have become. So what makes these platforms such a game changer? It boils down to how our brains work. We are wired to process visual information far more efficiently than text. These platforms leverage that fact. Let's look at the key features. First, the infinite canvas, a limitless digital space for brainstorming and planning. Second, real-time and asynchronous collaboration. You can work together at the same time or on your own schedule, perfect for teams across different time zones. Third, templates and frameworks, pre-built guides for everything from a SWOT analysis to user journey maps help you get started fast. They also allow for rich media integration, letting you embed documents, images, and videos right onto the canvas. And of course, there are sophisticated diagramming and mapping tools to visualize complex workflows, plus seamless integrations with other popular apps like Jira, Slack, and Google Workspace. These features deliver powerful benefits. They lead to enhanced communication and clarity. Visuals reduce misunderstandings and get everyone on the same page. This boosts productivity and efficiency, with some studies showing improvements up to 25% by streamlining workflows. The free-form nature of the canvas sparks increased creativity and innovation, acting as an idea collider. It fosters greater team alignment by creating a single source of truth and promotes more inclusive collaboration by giving everyone a voice, regardless of their communication style. The versatility of these platforms is incredible. They're not just for tech companies. In strategic planning, teams use them for SWOT analyses and brainstorming sessions. In project management, they visualize timelines with Kanban boards. Agile development teams use them for sprint planning and retrospectives. Product design teams create wireframes and map out user flows. Marketing teams plan campaigns and map customer journeys. Even sales teams use them for more engaging presentations. In education, teachers create interactive lessons. And in engineering, teams diagram complex network architectures. The applications are practically endless, transforming work in every single sector. But the evolution is far from over. The next wave of innovation is already here, powered by artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and augmented reality. AI is becoming an intelligent assistant within these platforms. Generative AI. I can kickstart brainstorming by creating ideas or mind maps from a simple prompt. It can summarize long documents and automatically create diagrams from raw data. Platforms like BoardMix are being built with AI at their core, while Zoho's Vani is another AI-powered tool designed to help teams execute ideas more effectively. Then we have VR and AR, which are set to create truly immersive collaboration. Instead of a 2D screen, you'll enter a shared virtual space. VR headsets can transport remote team members into a virtual meeting room, creating a real sense of presence. Architects and designers can manipulate 3D models in virtual reality. AR can overlay digital information onto the real world, like a technician viewing a repair manual through their glasses while working on an engine. This all leads to the concept of the metaverse, the ultimate digital workspace. Companies like Microsoft with its Mesh platform and NVIDIA with its Omniverse are already building these persistent virtual worlds for collaboration. The metaverse promises a future where work is more engaging, inclusive, and productive than ever before, seamlessly blending the physical and digital. Of course, adopting these powerful tools isn't without challenges. There can be technological barriers, like access to good hardware and internet. There's a learning curve, and integrating new platforms with old systems can be tricky. Security is also a major concern when your company data is on a third-party cloud, and we have to be careful not to create information overload, where an infinite canvas becomes an infinitely cluttered mess. To succeed, organizations need a plan. First, define clear objectives for why you're using the tool. Choose the right platform for your team's needs. Provide proper training and support. Establish clear guidelines for how to use the platform to keep things organized. Foster an inclusive environment where everyone feels comfortable contributing. And finally, encourage a healthy balance between screen time and other forms of interaction to avoid burnout. From the early days of ARPANET to the emerging, immersive worlds of the metaverse, the journey of our digital workspace has been one of constant, incredible transformation. Visual collaboration platforms have already broken down geographical barriers, sparked creativity, and unlocked new levels of productivity. As AI, VR, and AR continue to advance, the possibilities are truly limitless. The digital canvas is no longer just a tool. It is the new frontier for work, a dynamic space where ideas flourish, teams connect, and innovation thrives. The future of work is visual, it's collaborative. And it is happening right now.